Yo, what is up, my people? Today I'm bringing you a build video on an SMG. I put a Night Watcher into the mix, and it actually destroys. I've been working on it for the last few days, and I hope you like it, and I hope you enjoy the video, man. Let's get it. Yo, we got to get rid of them rifles, man. The rifles are way too powerful, and I'm absolutely loving this build.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Orbit. Best situation. Oh. All right, so in this video, I'm basically showing you that you could fight teams. Not all the teams that you encounter you're gonna be able to beat. Some of the teams are gonna be like, oh my god, experienced players. But I was able to beat most teams. But yeah, I'm sure if I had like a super experienced team, I'll have a lot of issues. But this is somewhat the functionality of this build and how you should be like using this build, right?
Rogue striker drone detected.
So yeah, that person just got deleted.
Contaminated gear.
Just remember your positioning, and right here I proc.
Rogue hive detected.
I proc efficient right here.
Detected.
So this makes me like way tankier and way stronger than they could probably understand right now.
Contaminated gear. Rogue fixer drone detected.
And I'll go ahead and I'll pop another one, and then I'll take advantage of the situation, right? Make sure I'm trying to stay in cover.
Contaminated gear.
Make sure I'm controlling the fight.
Oh, insane.
And
he's by himself?
Yep.
Jesus.
1v4 right there.
All he does is play PvP apparently.
But yeah, I'm gonna introduce this build and break it down for you. Let's get it. All right, what it do, my people? Yo, I hope you like that little intro. But right here we have what I'm running. This is simply gonna be a very simple build, okay? So if you don't have a Lady Death, I highly suggest you get yourself a Dark Winter. I haven't even rolled it yet, but Perfect Killer, killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 50% crit hit damage, bruh, for 10 seconds, man. That's huge. And yeah, I would highly suggest this if you don't have a Lady Death. But if you do have a Lady Death, yo, don't even worry about it and use this Lady Death, okay? Because you got similar damage to a Dark Winter. And on top of that, when you're moving, you gain 4 stacks per second, 8 stacks if you're sprinting, up to 40 stacks, okay? So each round fired consumes a stack. So you still have 39 stacks if you shoot one, but you have 40 stacks of amplified damage by 60%, okay? It might not sound like, you might be like, Macho, that might not be too much, but bruh, that's, oh my gosh, man, that's crazy, yo. Make sure you're using that. And then on top of that, every time you get a kill, 20% movement speed is there for 10 seconds, okay? So that's really huge, especially when you're fighting and you're moving around. You're getting from point A to point B. Okay, so this is specifically how I have this build rolled. You don't have to roll it like this. You can roll it however you want. I am personally using this mask for this post haste. Gives me my post back every like 5 to 6 seconds. Almost 100% post uptime, and you can roll this however you want. Right now the vendor's selling it. It's a Night Watcher named item, and yeah, you might be like, oh, but that's not really needed, or that's not really what I care about. But when you're playing solo or even in a group, you want at least one post on the team, man. You want to know where they're coming from. You want to have that advantage of just being able to pounce as soon as they turn the corner, whether it be for like, I play with one of my boys named Oye, and he loves the pyro build we made. So he usually, like, as soon as I post and he knows where they're at, they're dead, bro. Like, it doesn't matter if they're hiding behind walls. It doesn't matter if they're a block away with their rifle. If they get post and we see them, they dead, bro. Okay, so this is very beautiful, man. You could use it however you want. I've tried it multiple different ways. Like I said, man, I've been running this build for a few days now to bring it to you guys. I've tried it with skill tier. I tried it with armor. I tried it with DPS, and this is somewhat how I like it the most. And the reason I like it like this is because I could get the crit damage out of it, giving me damage. And then you could go for weapon damage if you wanted to, but I left some armor, man. Some type of armor for my build to work with. So efficient is very good, man. I would suggest maybe 2 blues, depending on your playstyle, right? My playstyle is very risk versus reward. So I like going with the higher damage builds, even though it might be a little bit easier to kill me, aka squishy. But right here, we're not taking 60% incoming damage. So no sacrifice here. We're running efficient. This is the play. This is the move. I believe this should be like a meta talent right now. If you guys don't know about it, man, definitely look into it. It'll make you a stronger gamer. And I don't mind having a challenge when I'm out there in the dark zone playing PvP. But Macho, why you teach people all these builds?
Bro, you ruining the DZ.
You teaching all these people that cannot make their own builds. Well, I'm sorry, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to try to help the community get a fair advantage. And you know what? Grow our community too, man. Grow on YouTube and Twitch. If you guys haven't already subscribed to both channels, make sure you do. And support your boy in this content creation, right? So here I'm rocking 2 Providence. And like I said already, efficient is the move. If you don't trust me or you're not comfortable with it, just run Unbreakable. Efficient does cause for you to play a little bit more strategic. By strategic, I mean you just literally need to get in cover, okay? Take any type of damage, get into cover, and do that work, okay? You got 10 seconds to do what you got to do. If you cannot take care of what you need to take care of in 10 seconds, I highly suggest you fall back and you reassess the situation and maybe get buffed up again and then go back into the fight, right? But using our armor kit has 50% chance to not consume the armor kit, and this works pretty good. I'm usually getting about 10 med kits per like fight, and I only have 4, right? So it doesn't consume a lot of the times. 50-50, right? Specialization armor kit bonuses are increased by 100%. Excuse me, the Latino's trying to come out of me again. Yo, yo, but 100%, man, and that's crazy, especially when you're running a firewall and you're getting 200% armor and 200% health over 10 seconds. You're basically doubling that, okay? 100% is doubling that, all right? So imagine they're not even gonna be able to stop you, bros. Like, that's how crazy you're gonna be. So I'm running 2 Providence here, and we're running it for the crit chance. The headshot is a nice little bonus, and I'm running versatile, okay? The reason we're running versatile is because we're amplifying our weapon damage, and a lot of the backpack talents don't work, okay? So if you want to use something that works right now properly, this works right here, okay? So amplifies a 10% damage for 10 seconds when swapping between your primary and secondary weapons if they're different. The weapons have to be different, okay? And 35% to enemies within 15 meters. So anybody that's up on you, you want to use your SMG, which is the Lady Death, or any like super high rate of fire SMG, like Vectors or the Banshee, whatever you want to use, right? And then secondary, we're not using rifles, but if you wanted to pair this with a rifle, I'm using an AR myself, but you could use a rifle too, and it would be 25 meters, okay? 35%, which is awesome. And then I use this one a lot right here, 10% for enemies between 15 to 25 meters for assault rifles, okay? If you want to use LMGs, you could. At most, once per 5 seconds per weapon type. So you can swap between weapons and do devastating damage, all right? So right here, let's go and flow into the assault rifle that I'm using. You could use any. Higher RPM is always great. FAMAS is the GOAT. And a lot of other assault rifles you could use. Personally, I like this one. You could also pair with the Eagle Bearer and a normal SMG. So like the Dark Winter with an Eagle Bearer. But I'm going with Lady Death and custom. And right here I have Strain. So I could get that 50% crit hit damage out of this build. Damage to out of target. Health and assault rifle. Almost 100k base total damage on the assault rifle. This thing melts, like I said. If you don't want to use efficient and get used to a different type of play style, I would suggest rocking Unbreakable so you could just face trade and see who wins, right? So next, we're rocking, since we're rocking an assault rifle, we might as well rock an assault rifle right here. If you want to be more focused on the SMG, I would suggest just running the SMG. So whatever talent you want, I suggest you put it on your holster. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to like bump up your assault rifle damage, use the Fenris. If you want to bump up that SMG damage by 10%, use the Sokolov, right? And that's all up to you. That's preference and choice. We all have different ones, right? And the next two pieces are kind of important right now. They're going to be changed in the future, but I try to make videos every day. Sometimes I can't because I'm pretty busy with family, and this time is right now crazy in the real world. But eventually, once this gets changed, I will be changing these pieces out and adding more crit hit damage, and then I will drop more videos. But for now, I will highly suggest running contractor's gloves for that damage to armor, which is multiplicative. And yeah, so if you don't know what multiplicative and additive is, additive just goes on top, multiplicative multiplies. Okay, so that's the difference right there. If you still don't understand, I don't know what to tell you. That's kind of basic math, right? Additive only adds to the weapon damage, multiplicative multiplies the weapon damage. All right, so that's about it as far as that goes. You can rock a LMG if you wanted to. Versatile still works for LMG. Instead of AR range, you will use LMG range. And right here, best in slot right now is 15% damage to out of cover. They already spoke about changing these. I tried this with different roles like armor and stuff. I like the most with DPS red slots. All right, this is preference, but in this situation, since we're running Night Watcher and I brought you a post build, you can basically use scanner posts and it will post out all the enemies. You don't need any tiers. It'll be just something simple and a refresh every few seconds. And I use a defender drone also. Defender drone to give me that 10.5 PvP damage reduction, and it works very well for me. And that's about it. It comes back like every 18 seconds. And a pistol, whatever you want, really. I usually rock a headshot pistol with breadbasket for headshot damage. But like I said, like pistols are preference, man. You can rock the orbit, and if you get a kill, you will get 35% crit hit chance and 40% crit hit damage for 15 seconds. Insane, especially if you don't have like the best stats on your builds. You definitely want to have an orbit. And I got that from the Dark Zone, okay? Yeah, thank you guys for watching, man. Make sure you're getting that 60% crit hit chance. That is one of the most important things for you to do, right? And since this is a post build, we could have an insane amount of more crit hit damage, but we're kind of keeping it modest. You don't always have to have crazy crit hit damage, guys. This game is a little bit more about survivability. If you're able to survive more, you're able to kill more, okay? I know that sounds mad crazy, but unless you get really lucky and people don't shoot back at you, you're gonna die, right? Like, at least that's my opinion. So I hope this helped. Let me give you a little bit more gameplay, and yeah, peace, baby. All right, we got 2 victims right here. I'm gonna die right here. Oh, rip. You know, this other guy dead now.
Rogue agent eliminated.
Oh, he got me.
Rogue agent neutralized.
Bad for me right now.
Detecting weak points.
That movement speed, though.
Leaving in 30 seconds.
Domination points ready for capture.
Get B, get B. I'm gonna grab B.
Charlie was captured by your team.
Rogue striker drone detected. Boost now active.
$25 meters.
Rogue striker drone detected.
Oh no, they're gonna camp. Oh my. Oh,
It's okay.
Don't fall into that trap.
It's okay if they can, bro. I love when people camp.
One on solo.
That's why I made this build, bro. For the campers.